Not gonna lie to you people, but NXT was a good show tonight. NXT was a very good show tonight. Now, people were telling me on Twitter, oh, Chris, go watch Dynamite. Dynamite was a very awesome show tonight. Very solid show for what I found out tonight. And I go watch Dynamite as soon as I'm done recording NXT and I'm uploading NXT onto the channel. As soon as I'm done recording NXT, I'll go watch Dynamite, which I have on DVR. But the ending to NXT tonight, not gonna lie to you, had my head scratching just a little bit. Just a little bit here. I'm watching Adam Cole cut his promo on the end of the show. And we see Roderick Strong come out, Finn Balor come out, and everything else. And then, going towards the end, Adam Cole delivers a low blow to Roderick Strong and super kicks him. That I'm here telling myself, okay, is this the end of Undisputed Era? It very well could be. Because Cole fucked up Kyle O'Reilly, not only at TakeOver, but at NXT last week. Cole gives Roderick Strong a low blow and super kicks him. Where in the fuck does Bobby Fish fit in all of this? We'll go over the ending of the show in full detail when we get to the part of the show on the review. But outside of that, outside of the ending of the show and Santos Escobar versus Karrion Kross in a no disqualification match. And in my opinion, I'm not even going to lie to you here, folks. The presentation of Xia Li is something I can get behind. Outside of those three parts and some really good action that we got on NXT tonight, I found this show a pretty good show. Like a very good show. Not solid, but good. A very good episode of NXT tonight for your Wednesday, February 21st, 2021. This is the official NXT review from tonight from the Capitol Wrestling Center at the Performance Center, obviously, in Orlando, Florida. Now, if you guys don't know who I am Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel. If you guys enjoyed NXT tonight, if you saw NXT tonight, and you guys enjoyed it tonight, hit that like button also. Leave a comment down below your thoughts of the show tonight. And if you're new to the channel and you're watching this video and you're not subbed to the channel and you're watching this for the very first time and you like professional wrestling, hit the subscribe button down below and turn on bell for all notifications so you guys don't miss a single upload of mine, which I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, we will talk about Raw review. That is also live on the channel right now. On the channel right now. The fallout from the Elimination Chamber. Bobby Lashley and The Miz is set next Monday for the WWE Championship. I give you guys my full detail and what should happen next week on Raw. Link to Raw review will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper hand corner of your screen, as well as down below in the description. Also, guys, my Elimination Chamber review is live on the channel. The Miz cashes in and wins the WWE title. Link to that video will not only be in the annotation above that you see on the upper hand corner of the screen, but also down below in the description. Also, SmackDown review is live on the channel right now. Does Roman Reigns want Edge at WrestleMania? Well, according to what happened at the Elimination Chamber, Edge picks Roman for WrestleMania. Link to SmackDown review will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper hand corner of your screen and as well as down below in the description. Make sure you guys are following me on social media. Twitter at GoodVibesChris _ and Instagram at GoodVibesChris183. That's on Twitter and also on Instagram. Follow me on social media. Connect with Chris on social media, and I will follow you guys right back on Twitter and also on Instagram as well. Let's get on with NXT tonight, man. I thought NXT was a good show. A thumbs up show from me tonight, man. Kicking things off in NXT, we got Dexter Lumis. Now, I fucking love Dexter Lumis, man. His art, listen, I see his art on social media. I think on Instagram I saw his art on social media. Very good. He is one talented motherfucker. Let me tell you that. And him in the ring, he's hard hitting. He's very good in the ring. And he has his something about Dexter Lumis that I love so much about. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something about Dexter Lumis that I fucking love. And it's great to see a guy like Dexter Lumis with that kind of look on NXT. Fucking love it. Dexter Lumis goes one-on-one with the North American champion, Johnny Gargano, with Austin Theory, his wife, and Candice LeRae, and forgot this girl's name. Oh, Indy Hartwell. I haven't watched NXT in a while, so I apologize. This is my first NXT review in a long time, so bear with me, folks. Now, this match was good for what it was. Now, I said this on Raw this past Monday about champions losing on TV, and I will say this now on NXT tonight. Why is champions losing on NXT? Now, people will think that I'm going to say, oh, Chris, but you know, you wouldn't say that about NXT. You wouldn't say that about AEW. Champions, listen, it doesn't matter what wrestling company you're in. Whether you could be Raw, SmackDown, or any wrestling shows like Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, champions should not be losing on live television. Champions should not be losing on live television unless if their championship is on the line. Then you can have the champion lose, especially if you're going to change the title. Unless if that championship changes hands. Outside of that, champions should not be losing on live television. I cannot stress that enough. I really cannot. But Dexter Lumis goes one-on-one with Johnny Gargano. This match was good. Non-title match, of course, but this match was good. Good for what it was. They lasted about, 10-15 minutes? Around 10-15 minutes. This match was good for what it was. I don't know what's going on with Austin Theory. Ever since he got kidnapped by Dexter Lumis, I don't know what the fuck is going on with him. I don't know. Yeah, sure, it's part of a storyline, sure, but come on. What's going on with him? It's my boy and all, but at the same time, come on. What is going on with him? No idea. Is he turning babyface here? I have no idea. I don't know. But Lumis goes on top and jumps, but nobody's home. Then Gargano drops him for a 2 count. Gargano directs Candice to distract the referee, and Theory slides a chair into the ring. Now this is how stupid it was. I don't know what Austin Theory was doing here, but it made him look like a complete idiot here. So Gargano directs Candice to distract the referee, and Theory slides a chair into the ring. Lumis stands on the chair and catches Johnny with an uppercut, but Johnny fires back with an enziguri. Now, the part with the chair. Theory is in the apron of the ring, has a chair in his hand. Candice is telling him, hit him with the chair, hit him with the chair. Mind you, Gargano has got the referee distracted and shit. So, Candice is telling Austin Theory, hit him with the chair, hit him with the chair. And by the time Lumis goes to look at Austin Theory, he's caught. That made Austin Theory look like a complete fucking, just straight dumbass here. Isn't he supposed to be a heel? But obviously they're playing with the fact that Dexter Lumis did something to Austin Theory to make him, act that way that he acted during the show tonight. So Johnny with an uppercut, but Gargano fires back with an enziguri. Johnny fakes a knee injury. Johnny fakes a knee injury. To distract the referee, then Theory gets on the apron with the chair, looks at Lumis, but Dexter stares at him, and he freezes. Like a complete idiot. Meanwhile, you have Candice there telling him, hit him with the chair, hit him with the chair. Just froze here. Gargano runs at Lumis, but he steps aside, and Johnny hits Theory. Lumis gets Gargano in the silence. And Gargano passes out like asleep. Done. Dexter Lumis wins here. Now, sure, people are going to sit there and say, oh, Gargano didn't tap out. He fell asleep. He passed out. He lost. It's not the point here. champions, and I can't believe I have to say this again, champions should not be losing on TV, especially on live TV. Champions should not be losing. Why is Gargano losing here? Why? Never got that. This match was good, though, for what it was. The match was good. Now that Loomis won this match over Gargano, when does he get a North American Championship match? There's no takeover coming up soon. Because I don't know if they're going to have a takeover for WrestleMania week. I guess not. I guess not at this point. But we'll find out in the weeks to come. This match was good for what it was. Like I said, Loomis wins. He makes Gargano pass out with the silence. Let me tell you, man, about Dexter Lumis. He's very good in the ring. That man is... Let me tell you. How can Vince not look at fucking Dexter Lumis and not push him? But, you know, we said the same thing about Lee and Ricochet and so far Matt Riddle. But so far Matt Riddle's being booked. I mean, yeah, sure. Matt Riddle, I mean, he won the U.S. title. But we expect more when these guys get called, I mean, not called, I mean, called down, or should I say demoted to the main roster. We expect more. We expect more from these guys coming down from NXT to the main roster. We expect more. That's just all I'm saying. But Loomis wins. He beats Gargano in a non-title matchup to kick off NXT tonight. William Regal heads outside the building and looks around for Santos Escobar, who hasn't showed up yet. Regal tells the cameraman to send Escobar to his office as soon as he arrives. We get an awesome video to showcase who MSK are and their journey to the WWE, including the death of Nash Carter's father and how it fueled him. Now, not gonna lie to you here, when I saw this video package of MSK, you know, winning the Dusty Cup at TakeOver and everything, and then watching, you know, how Nash Carter is talking about his father, how his father, you know, fueled him to become a pro wrestler and everything else, and then his father had passed away. I got, not gonna lie to you, I got a little teary-eyed. Because, you know, I know what it's like, you know, to lose somebody that's very important to you. But, you know, it happens. You know, stuff like that happens all the time with people nowadays. And especially in this generation now. And, you know, Nash's father's, you know, he's fueling him to become a professional wrestler. So he's living the dream. The dream shall go on, as he has it on his tattoo, which is pretty cool. MSK are backstage ready for an interview, but before they can speak, they get attacked by the Grizzled Young Veterans. They beat them down and wrap Wesley's arm in a chair and stand on it until the referees force them away. Now, I said this on Twitter about MSK. It's only a matter of time before MSK wins the NXT before MSK wins the NXT tag team titles. It's only a matter of time. They're a very good team. I think we saw them back in I believe in Impact. We saw them on Showcase, also in New Japan as well. So I've heard good things about MSK. I've heard good things about them. I've heard very good things about them. Hopefully, you know, in NXT, you know, they have a good solid run, and then when they go down to the main roster, they're dead within a couple of weeks. So it's like what JD says. What Triple H creates, Vince kills. It's the straight truth. But they got attacked by the Grizzled Young Veterans here, and it's saying that Wesley's hand was broken. I think that's a storyline injury. I think so. I think they are going to eventually have another match between those two men down the road on NXT. Possibly at, whether it's at WrestleMania or at a TakeOver after WrestleMania. Who knows? Who knows there? But, I will say this, though. I did watch TakeOver, where we saw MSK against the Grizzled Young Veterans in the men's Dusty Cup final. Very good matchup. Very good match. A fantastic matchup. And also, that TakeOver show that we got last Sunday, Vengeance Day, was very good. Fantastic of a show. Fantastic show. Malcolm Bivens comes out with Tyler Rust. And we see a video from earlier today where he gloated Leon Ruff into a match with Rust. Bevin says he thinks of Ruff as a son he never had and never wanted. And that's why he's giving him the opportunity of a lifetime against Tyler Rust. Ruff makes his entrance, but before he gets into the ring, Isaiah Swerve Scott attacks him from under the apron. Swerve drags Ruff over to the announce desk and berates the commentators, saying it's time he was recognized. He lifts Ruff onto his shoulders and throws him back first into the apron. Now, I did not know that Isaiah Swerve Scott was a heel. When did this happen? Did this happen back in NXT TV? That's when that happened? When Scott turned heel? Looks good as a heel. Let me tell you, as I'm telling you, and I always say this to my sister all the time because my sister's a big Roman Reigns fan. And I would tell her, you know, in order for you to be an all-time great, like, you know, like the Hogans, the Cenas, the Undertakers, the Shawn Michaels, the Triple H's, the Stone Colds of the world, you have to go down that dark side. And I told her all those years ago because she's a big Roman Reigns fan, and I told her this back in 2015. I remember I remember that when I told her. Reigns is going to turn heel very soon. How long that takes, I don't know. But Reigns will become a heel. Look at Reigns now. A fantastic heel. Now, I don't want to go off topic here, but you get my point. Isaiah Swerve Scott is, from what I've seen tonight, I can look at him very seriously now. Now, I don't see him, as a big NXT championship material type of guy, but he can have a run as a heel. He can. He really can. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes, being a heel is a lot easier than being a babyface. That's just my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but as a heel is a lot easier to work with. A lot easier. Know how to piss the fans off and get a reaction out of that. That's what Reigns is doing. That's what Omega's doing right now in freaking AEW. Jericho and MJF, yeah. You want to get that reaction. You want to piss off people to the point where they completely fucking hate you. We don't hate Roman. I don't hate Roman. I love Roman now. But when Roman was shoved down our throats for the past 5 years, I hated that. Until SummerSlam came along. And then, the SmackDown after SummerSlam, where we saw Roman next to Paul Heyman. I said, holy shit. Okay, Roman, now you got my attention. But I don't want to go off topic here. But like I said about Isaiah Swerve Scott, when did this man turn heel? I mean, yeah, I never watched NXT for this time, but when did this happen? Can somebody tell me down below in the comment section, when did he turn heel? Because so far, from what I've seen him so far on this episode of NXT, they can do a lot of work with him. A lot of work with him. Let me tell you, he's good in the ring. He's very good in the ring. But if they bring up his promo work a lot better, you got a superstar there in Isaiah Swerve Scott. But I'm going to give this heel turn a chance. I really am. I'm going to give that heel turn a chance and see where it goes from there. So the match between Tyler Rust and Leon Ruff never happened. I mean, I don't know how Leon Ruff was North American champion. Why was that even happening? I heard about that Leon Ruff, wasn't he a jobber at one point in NXT? Wasn't he a jobber? And he beat Gargano for the North American Championship. And I heard it was for fucking shock and awe. How did that turn out? Not good. Not good. Zoey Stark was backstage with William Regal earlier today. Well, it was said yesterday. And he said he's giving her a non-title match against Iosharai tonight Considering how impressive she was last week, Stark gets interviewed backstage, but there's a technical difficulty, and we lost it. You know, always happens, you know, when it comes to that. Always technical difficulties are somewhere there. It was perfect, so it is what it is. Cameron Grimes. I don't want to mock JD's Cameron Grimes here, but good old Cameron Grimes. These half those freaking hilarious. You know, this whole time of me, you know, not being on YouTube and not making content for you guys, I was watching JD a lot, so you know, I have to say it for the one time, but it was just hilarious there. Shout out to JD, bro. Shout out to JD and the OTS family. Cameron Grimes is backstage and he hands a random guy basketball and says if he can dribble it 10 times, he'll give him $1,000. Like he's trying to be Ted DiBiase back then. Nobody can match Ted DiBiase, please. 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 Don't. No. The guy ended up dribbling the ball 10 times and got the $1,000. Like, Cameron, you're supposed to fuck up his dribble to the point where he doesn't get it. That's the whole point. It is what it is. It is what it is. Non-title match here between Zoey Stark and Iosharai. This match was not that bad for what it was. This was basically a showcase match for Zoey Stark to see how she can do, and she's pretty good. Not gonna lie to you, she's pretty damn good. You know, she's strong, she's brolic, she's very athletic, very good. But Iosharai is she's just amazing. Stark swings a kick, but Io catches it and elbows her shin, then hits a few running lariats and a 619. Io heads to the top rope and lands a missile drop kick. Io lands a Hurricane Rana followed by a double arm backbreaker for a near fall. Stark counters Shirai with a Tiger suplex for a near fall. Stark lifts Io, looks for a German, but Io counters with a roll into the buckles and follows up with the running knees. Io heads up top, hits a moonsault, which is fucking just picture fucking perfect. Io can hit a better moonsault than Charlotte Flair. Charlotte, take notes. Io hits the moonsault for the victory here. After that match, Toni Storm comes out and introduces herself before saying she kicked Io's head off, but she didn't do a damn thing about it. Storm reminds Io that she didn't pin her at TakeOver, and it's because she can't beat her. Shirai says she will fight Storm anytime, any place, anywhere. Storm doubts that and says if that were true, Io would talk to Regal for that match. Storm asks Io to prove her wrong. So we found out during the show that in 2 weeks' time, we're getting Iosharai versus Toni Storm for the NXT Women's Championship. Should be a good match. Should be good. But I will say this though about Toni Storm. In the beginning, I did hear that she was a heel. She did turn heel. I did hear about that. But ever since, you know, people were sitting there telling me, oh, you know, they're not behind Toni Storm's heel turn because she's an actual babyface. She's that come from behind girl babyface type of woman. And I'm seeing it tonight here, and I saw it on TakeOver and stuff. I don't know about Toni Storm as a heel. Don't get me wrong, Toni Storm is great in the ring. Don't get me wrong, she's bad, she's beautiful, she's great in the ring and everything else. But from what I'm watching from NXT, you know, from TakeOver, and then tonight I didn't watch NXT last week. But from what I saw on TakeOver and then what I see here tonight, I gotta go with everybody else that told me that they can get behind Toni Storm as a heel. I can't get behind it. And like I said, don't get me wrong, she's great in the ring and everything. She's beautiful and all of that. She has all that characteristics to be very, very good. But as of right now, her heel turn is something I cannot get behind. Unless they do, you know, a little tweaks here. But I think, you know, it's just character development. That's all I can say about that. But outside of that, we're getting Io versus Toni in 2 weeks for the NXT Women's title. Should be good. Should be a good show. Oh, well, a good match. I don't know about the show overall, but should be a good match. The Way are leaving, but Mackenzie stops him for an interview. Gargano's angry. Excuse me. Gargano is angry, and he berates Theory for not hitting Loomis with the chair. Theory says he didn't want to use the chair. It was unnecessary. Theory thinks Loomis is misunderstood. Gargano is astounded and reminds Theory that he was kidnapped, shoved in a white van, and stripped naked. They ask Indy Hartwell for her opinion, and she says she thinks Loomis is kind of hot. Gargano says they have Sherlock Holmes syndrome, and he's sending them to therapy. You know who else needs therapy? Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard. But I don't think even therapy would help those two creatively. Don't think so. Cameron Grimes was outside earlier today with a few random people, and he flashes them his cash. Now, I did hear that Cameron Grimes was a part of that, that GameStop stock that happened, that it went up like crazy, and he took full advantage. Good for him. I wish I got some stock from GameStop at that time. I would have been a very rich man. He asks one of the girls if she can dribble the basketball 10 times, and she takes the challenge. She dribbles, and he tries to kick it away, but she outsmarts him like she did a crossover, and he has to fork up the cash. And the woman was tall, by the way, also. She was pretty tall. And she did a few crossover moves, like Kyrie Irving, stuff like that. Alright. I've seen better. We had Kacy Catanzaro with Kayden Carter against Xia Li with Boa. Now, I did not really care for this matchup, but I did care about the presentation of Xia Li. Whoa. That's all I can say. Whoa. So good. Now Xia Li, in the very beginning, what we saw in the Mae Young Classic and that we see her now, two completely different women. I remember in the very beginning, like pre-COVID, like before COVID, nobody took Xia Li serious. Yeah, sure, she was good in the ring. She was great. Yeah. But nobody took her serious in the very beginning. But now as she, has this new persona, this new character, I can get behind this. I really can, if you ask me. Very, very good and intense presentation so far for Xia Li as a heel. Very good. And like I said this earlier, sometimes being a heel is a lot easier to work with as being a babyface. It's a lot easier. I didn't care for this match. All I cared about was the presentation of Xia Li, which is very fucking good and intense. The only thing I saw in this match was when Xia Li, quote unquote, broke Kacy Catanzaro's leg. Only thing I saw in this match. I didn't really care for this match, like I said, but the only thing I saw was when Xia Li, quote unquote, broke Kacy Catanzaro's leg. Quote unquote. That's all I saw in this matchup. And then the referee stopped the matchup, do the referee stoppage, max stoppage, and gave Xia Li the victory here. Kayden Carter's furious after the match, and she runs up the ramp to confront Tansha, but Boa stands in the way. Xia then walks over and drops Kacy with a head kick and heads back up the ramp while shouting at Kacy is next. We'll probably get that match next week, probably, or the week after. Who knows? Regal's backstage, back outside, and Santos Escobar still has not arrived. Regal's not happy and storms right back inside. Cameron Grimes again is walking around outside with his basketball, and he's not happy. I wouldn't be either. He stops a random guy and asks him to dribble the ball 10 times and he'll give him $1,000. The guy bends down and Grimes punches him. Grimes screams that nobody's smarter than him and throws his money. That's what you were supposed to do the first time, Mr. Cameron Grimes. You're supposed to avoid the person dribbling the basketball so he doesn't win the money. Come on, bro. Watch that Ted DiBiase segment from all those years ago. Still good to this day. Still good to this very day. We got the Grizzled Young Veterans against Drake Maverick. I fucking hate Drake Maverick. And Killian Dain. Wasn't it Killian Dain in NXT UK? That's what I want to know. Speaking of NXT UK, and I know this is a bit off topic. When are we getting an NXT UK takeover? When? I mean, I don't know if anybody now is watching NXT UK, but if you guys are watching NXT UK, and I highly doubt that because of the pandemic and everything else, but if you're watching NXT UK, do they have fans over there? Because one thing I will say, I miss Walter. I miss Walter so much. I really do. I love Walter. I miss him so fucking much. Grizzled Young Veterans win here. Didn't really care for this matchup here. Maverick catches James with a drop kick to the knee, then lands a forearm in the corner. Gibson tags in, and they hit a missile drop kick / STO for near fall because Dain breaks it up. Dain gets thrown out of the ring, but then he drags Gibson out with him. James hits a suicide dive to Dain. Then Gibson heads back in. Maverick hits a forearm in the corner and a bulldog to Gibson before climbing up. James distracts Maverick, and Gibson pulls him down. The Veterans hit their finishing move for the victory. Moving on to the show here. A black SUV pulls up outside. I mean, I will say this though. What did you guys expect in this match? For the Grizzled Young Veterans to lose it here? What did you guys expect here? From the lose? A black SUV, moving on. A black SUV pulls up outside, and out steps wait, I can't even pronounce this, and I'm Spanish. Shit! Legado del Fantasma. There you go. Got it. Shit. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen NXT. It's been a while. So a black SUV pulls up outside and out steps Legado del Fantasma. But Escobar stays inside. We go to commercial break. Coming out of commercial break, Killian Dain walks into the trainer's room carrying Drake Maverick. Alexander Wolf walks in and asks Dain what he's doing, saying he used to be a monster. Dain looks conflicted, then drops Maverick into a chair and calls for a doctor. Are we getting a tease here of Killian Dain joining Imperium? Maybe. Who knows? We get the no DQ match between Karrion Kross and Santos Escobar. This was, in my opinion, the best match of the entire show. This was chaotic. The match took place outside. Now, it's a no disqualification match. Why is this match starting outside of the Capitol Wrestling Center? Wasn't the match supposed to start on the inside? I mean, I don't get it. But then again, I get it. But then again, I get it. I don't get it, but then again, I get it. You want to sell the fact that this was supposed to be a good matchup and this was going to be chaotic, so I get it. I understand completely. So, this match started on the outside on a white van, on a white truck. Now, I know that Legado del Fantasma started out when, who was it? When Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza were kidnapped. And they were kidnapped into black SUVs. Now all of a sudden, they formed this group called Legado del Fantasma. And I'm hearing that they're really, really good in NXT. Then all of a sudden, they start using, white trucks and stuff like that, to intimidate their opponents and shit. What is it with their fandom with white trucks and black SUVs? I don't really know, but it is what it is. I don't really know. But I like it. It's good. Good stuff. This match was very, very good. This was, in my opinion, like I said earlier, the best match in the entire show. The best match of the whole damn show. After that was Loomis and Gargano, which was also good. But this was better. This was the best match of the whole show. Very good stuff here between two men here. One thing about Karrion Kross, he can fucking sell. Escobar was going for Kross's shoulder, his left shoulder, the entire time. The match was really, really good because Kross had a shoulder problem. Remember when he had a separated shoulder, and I watched that takeover where he fucked up his shoulder against Keith Lee for the NXT title. I remember when Keith Lee fought Kross for the NXT title. Kross won the title and had to relinquish it the following Wednesday at NXT because he had a separated shoulder and he couldn't defend the title. So Escobar knew that Kross had a shoulder problem, so he targeted that shoulder the entire matchup. And, you know, Kross is selling his shoulder injury and everything else. They fought on the outside. They fought over the white truck and everything else. They went to the inside of the Capitol Wrestling Center. Got chaotic. Got very chaotic. But we'll get towards the end of the match here. Kross climbs out gingerly after hitting an overhead suplex on Escobar as he rolled out. Kross climbs out gingerly, but Santos slams him into the steel steps. Santos tries to yank his arm into the ring post, but Kross pulls him into the steps, then kicks Mendoza in the face while he has a chair. Wilde and Mendoza jump at Kross, but both get caught and slammed into the barricade. Kross kicks Escobar over towards the announce desk, hits a Saito suplex through the announce desk. Kross gets Santos back into the ring, hits another Saito suplex. Kross hits the running forearm to the back of the head of Santos Escobar and picks up the victory over Santos Escobar. Now, I said this on Twitter. This was a filler match because right now they have no plans for Kross. They just want to get to WrestleMania. They want to get to that part of WrestleMania. They want to get the march ready. They want to build up Kross and Balor for the NXT Championship. It's only a matter of time for Kross get his title match that he is owed. Kross never lost the NXT Championship, folks, to begin with. He is due a title match. But what happened? WrestleMania. Because I am hearing, and I said this earlier in the video, that the NXT Championship will most likely be featured at WrestleMania. The question is, who will be in that NXT Championship match? They can do either one or two ways. They can do Kross and Balor one-on-one, with Cole and O'Reilly also one-on-one, or they can do a fatal four-way with all four men involved for the NXT title. Who knows what will happen then, but we'll see what happens. We see replays after the match, then Kross poses with Scarlett and sells the arm injury. Scarlett Bordeaux is fucking hot. That is all I'll say. That is all I'll say. Kross can sell. He's one hell of a seller. That's all I'll say. He's one hell of a seller. And I will say this, though, before I get to the Adam Cole segment to end the show. You don't think that Vince has his eye on Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux? When Vince gets a look of Kross and Scarlett, he's going to shoot that man straight to Monday Night Raw and he's going to strap on a rocket ship and go straight to the top. Kross has a very good look. A very good look. And to be honest with you, once it gets called down, I don't know why I said called up. Once it gets demoted to the main roster, I hope and I fucking pray that Vince doesn't kill him. Because you look at Adam Cole, you look at Finn Balor, you look at fucking Pete Dunne, you look at fucking Karrion Kross, you look at fucking everybody else in NXT that's being used in a prominent role. Some of them will be killed by Vince, some of them won't. So far we've seen Keith Lee get buried, Ricochet completely fucking buried. I found out on Twitter that Ricochet is signed through 2024. It's going to be a long 3 years for Ricochet on the main roster. Because my God, when we saw Ricochet in NXT, we saw WWE Championship all over him. We saw Universal Championship all over him. Now look at him, catering. Keith Lee, the same thing. We saw Universal Championship material with him. WWE Championship material with him. Now he's barely being used. Or being killed slowly as we speak. I hope when Kross goes up to Raw, or Cole goes to Raw, or Pete Dunne, or anything else, I hope and I pray to God that Vince doesn't kill him. We all hope that. LA Knight is sitting in a car and says people keep asking when he'll debut, but he keeps saying it's his game and he'll debut whenever the hell he wants. It might be next week or a month from now, but it doesn't matter because every NXT superstar has the golden ticket to get stomped out by him. Never heard of LA Knight, but don't know. Adam Cole comes to the ring to end the show here. Adam Cole comes to the ring, and we see a replay of last week when he attacked Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor. Now, people thought last week that Kyle O'Reilly had a seizure. And there was this person last week in the stands that was recording him, that was recording Kyle O'Reilly doing this quote-unquote seizure. He got completely worked. He got completely worked here. Completely fucking worked. So we see replays of him last week attacking Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor. Cole says, after watching the footage, he feels sick to his stomach. I feel sick to my stomach watching Monday Night Raw single week. Everyone knows the NXT Championship is very important to him, but it doesn't let the guy, it makes him. He was pissed that Kyle got opportunities instead of him, and he failed repeatedly. However, that doesn't excuse his actions, and he's ashamed of himself. Cole looks into the screen and addresses Kyle O'Reilly, into the camera, and addresses Kyle O'Reilly, saying he wishes they could be having this conversation face to face, but they can't, and it's his fault. Cole says he made a terrible mistake, and he hates himself for it. He apologizes and says he will do everything he can to fix it. All of a sudden, Roderick Strong comes onto the stage, says it's a little late to feel bad. For 10 days, he couldn't let any of them know what was going on. Strong says everything is changed now. The Undisputed Era was built on love and trust and a brotherhood, but he threw it all away. He shattered that trust. Strong says Cole knows O'Reilly, and when he heals, he'll be coming for him. Finn Balor's music hits, and he comes down to the ring, shoves Strong out of the way. Balor goes right after Cole and attacks him, but Strong comes back and drags him off, and they spill out of the ring. Cole shoves Balor into the barricade, then super kicks him. Cole gets into the ring and apologizes to Roddy after Roddy hits Cole with a clothesline. Cole apologizes to Roddy, but Strong drops him with a forearm clothesline. Cole apologizes and says he wants things to go back to normal. He sits on his knees and cries, saying he screwed everything up. Strong feels bad and bends down to comfort him, saying he loves him. They hug and Strong stands. Then Cole low blows him. Roddy falls down and Cole tells him he's stupid. Then rips the Undisputed Era necklace off of his neck. Then super kicks him. Cole stands over Strong as the show comes to a close. Very, very good segment to end NXT here tonight. Now, is this the end of Undisputed Era? I think so. I think this is the end. Now, another question I gotta ask. Where does Bobby Fish fit into all of this? Because Cole attacked O'Reilly, not only at TakeOver, but last week at NXT as well. He attacks Balor. I don't think Balor's part of Undisputed Era, but I don't think he is. For at least I know so that he's not. And Cole fucked up O'Reilly tonight with a low blow and a super kick. Where does Bobby Fish fit into all of this? Where? Is he hurt? Where has he been? He's been, I think he's been out of action, I believe, since War Games. From what I call. I did watch that War Games match and I heard he got hurt again in War Games. He's been out of action since. He's been MIA since, to be honest with you. Where does he fit in all of this? Does Cole get another opportunity at the NXT Championship. Because we found out that O'Reilly has a herniated disc in his neck between the C4 and the C5 part of his neck. And he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. Do they do a fatal 4-way with Cole, O'Reilly, Balor, and Kross? Or do we see Cole and O'Reilly at WrestleMania with Balor and Kross getting the NXT Championship match? Or, and I just thought about this in my head just now, or what if we get this? What if we get Cole versus O'Reilly at WrestleMania, and the winner of that matchup gets added to the NXT Championship match between Balor and Kross? But knowing this company, and I want to put it out of their way here, and honestly, I want to put it past them, they'll probably book a fatal 4-way between Kross, Balor, Cole, and O'Reilly. They'll probably do that. They'll probably do that for WrestleMania. So that way you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Probably. And then if they do book that match at WrestleMania, who wins the title? Does Kross win the title? If O'Reilly is going to be added to that match at WrestleMania in the fatal 4-way that I pitched, O'Reilly could possibly be there just to take the pinfall. So Balor doesn't get pinned. Or does Adam Cole get the pin? Or does Adam Cole take the pinfall? Most likely, O'Reilly will be there if he gets added to the matchup, and Cole as well. Maybe O'Reilly's there to take the pinfall. The question is, who wins the championship? Now, if you book Balor versus Cole versus Kross versus O'Reilly in a fatal 4-way, any of those 4 men can realistically win the championship. Kross can win it because he technically never lost it, so he's automatically in this matchup. He can win it. Balor can retain. Sure, Balor can retain. Cole can win it also. Cole can win it. I can see Cole possibly winning the championship and feuds with O'Reilly for the NXT title. And then eventually we get O'Reilly winning the NXT championship over Adam Cole. Or what if O'Reilly wins at WrestleMania? What if O'Reilly just straight up wins at WrestleMania? That's the least that can possibly happen out of the 4. The least. Balor can retain, Kross can win, or Cole can win. O'Reilly, they'll probably save that for the summer, most likely. Especially if Cole is not getting called down to the main roster. I can see Cole winning the NXT championship, and Cole can feud with O'Reilly for the championship. Until we get to that point where O'Reilly beats Cole for the title. Kross, if Kross doesn't win the title at WrestleMania, he's going to the main roster. He's going straight to the main roster. What brand? Probably Raw. Can you imagine? Now, this is what I just thought about just now before we get out of here. Can you imagine Karrion Kross on Monday Night Raw where Drew McIntyre could possibly win the WWE Championship at WrestleMania? Can you imagine Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre for the title? Holy shit! Now that's some good TV. Or what if Adam Cole goes to the main roster and Drew McIntyre is the WWE Champion coming out of WrestleMania? Drew needs an opponent after WrestleMania. Now I thought about this as I'm watching NXT tonight. Drew McIntyre can win the championship at WrestleMania. He can. Which most likely he will, most likely he will. Because of what I said back on Monday, with Drew McIntyre winning because he won the title last year without fans, and this year, with having WrestleMania with fans there, Drew can recreate his WrestleMania moment that he had last year. That's a given. That's most likely a given. What if Drew McIntyre wins the title at WrestleMania? Adam Cole gets called down to the main roster. We get Adam Cole and Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. They have history. Remember when Drew McIntyre won the NXT title back at 2017 at TakeOver in Brooklyn against Bobby Roode? Who attacked Drew McIntyre after he won the title? Adam Cole. They constructed a feud based on that. And they never really got a match between the two because McIntyre got hurt at TakeOver War Games back in 2017 when he defended the title against Andrade Cien Almas. Remember that? If Cole gets called down to the main roster and Drew McIntyre's champ coming out of WrestleMania, I could see McIntyre feud with Adam Cole. Because if you really think about it, who on Monday Night Raw can feud with McIntyre coming out of WrestleMania? Drew already has stormed through everybody on Raw. Who else are you going to put there against Drew McIntyre? Especially after WrestleMania, when he's already a 3-time WWE champion. Who? Unless, and I wouldn't really put it past his company if they did this, what if they had McIntyre and Reigns switch brands? Now, I know this is off topic and we're watching NXT here, but I'm just giving you guys my thoughts here. What if? What if McIntyre goes over to SmackDown and Roman goes over to Raw? I don't know. But the segment to end NXT tonight was pretty good. A little bit head-scratching, but the question that remains here, is this the end for Undisputed Era? Only time will tell. I don't know. But this was a damn good segment to end the show. I thought NXT was a pretty good show tonight. I'm going to go watch Dynamite. I'm going to go upload this review. And I'm going to go watch Dynamite to end my night. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the end of the NXT review. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys enjoyed the review, hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below your thoughts of NXT tonight. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below and turn on bell, guys, for all notifications so you guys don't miss a single upload of the channel. Raw review is live on the channel right now, as well as the Chamber review from last Sunday and SmackDown from this past Friday. Link to all these videos will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper right corner of your screen, as well as down below in the description. Make sure you guys are following me on social media, Twitter at GoodVibesChris to the _, and Instagram at GoodVibesChris183. So you guys can connect with me, so you guys can know when I upload. That is it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys on Friday. I said tomorrow. I'll see you guys on Friday for SmackDown review. The fallout from the Chamber. What does Edge have to say? I think Edge is gonna be on SmackDown on Friday, for what I know. Probably Edge will be there because they gotta build that feud now for WrestleMania. And we're on the road to Fastlane. Who does Roman defend the title against at Fastlane? No one knows. We'll probably find out this Friday on SmackDown. So then, guys, I'm Chris. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video all over social media. I'll see you guys on Friday for SmackDown review. Till then, I'm Chris. Talk to you guys later. Have a good night.